Hey YouTube, what's going on? Mackintac here with my cat Darkness chilling right behind me. Coming in with a different type of guide. It's a build order guide. It's a cheese build order guide. Not one of the things I think I would be releasing soon because I'm mostly a macro-oriented player. But some people have actually asked for a cheese guide, so here it is. This is a 12-14. It is a Ling Bane all-in, very similar to a 13-12 or a 12-11. However, the Lings get to the other side of the map at the same time as a standard 12 pool, which kind of forces out a different sort of response from the opposing Zerg player. We'll see exactly what this response is in a moment. But the build order is 12 pool. Don't make any drones as the game starts. Just save up for 200 minerals and go for a pool right as you get 200. You drone up after that to 14, and then you get a gas with the first drone of the 3 drones that you build afterwards, after building the pool. So it goes 12, pool, drone up till 14, and then a gas. No drones after that. You save up for an overlord instead. So this game is actually against a pro player by the name of Namshar, Psystorm's Namshar. He did a very standard opener, a hatch gas pool with a 16 hatch. So this is the most common occurrence, I guess you'll see this type of game, or this build order used in. So right as you get the Overlord finished, you build 3 pairs of Lings. I'll actually pull it back a little bit so we can see. 3 pairs of Lings, and then you'll have just the amount of money to build a Queen after the Lings finish. So Overlord finishes, the pool will finish very shortly after that. Then you make 3 pairs of Lings right away. After you make those 3 pairs, you'll get 150 minerals, Queen immediately. And then after that, just keep making Lings until you're at 21 supply, in which, at that point, you will make an Overlord. As we will see here in a second. The Overlord timing allows for you to take advantage of the larva immediately from the Queen's first inject. So we're at 21 supply now. We got speed started with our first 100 gas. Inject with the Queen right as it comes out. The next larva will be an Overlord, as we can see right there. Okay. And the next 50 gas will be used on a Baneling nest. You pull a drone from the gas geyser in order to build the Baneling nest. And then you just keep making Lings from there. Okay. So now let's go focus more on the attacking portion of this. So as it is a standard, it's similar to a standard 12 pool in the sense that Lings get across the map before a standard 16 hatch finishes. That's how a lot of people know if a 12 pool is a 12 pool, if the Lings get there before the hatchery is done. So since this is looking like a standard 12 pool, Namshar's response is to pull drones. Very, very normal thing to do, as drones in a higher numbers can actually scare away Lings. The goal of his drones here are to just delay my Lings from killing this hatchery, so he can get some Lings out of his own and a Queen. Drones only for delaying. You don't actually want to lose drones in the defense portion, and you want to delay until you have Lings out. He did this pretty well, so I'm pushed away immediately. This is actually a bad case scenario for us. Or it's pretty common, actually, to be put in this. So a good case scenario would be to kill some drones and kill some Lings without losing many Lings of your own. You want to keep as many Lings alive as possible. Best case scenario would be to kill some drones and kill the hatchery. Well, actually, best case would be just to kill them outright immediately. But killing the hatchery is pretty huge because if they get the second Queen out, the execution of this build gets a lot more... It becomes more difficult to actually win because they can do a Queen wall off here, buy time for a Baneling nest or spines or whatever, which he's probably going to be building soon once he realizes that this is all in with his Overlord. They don't realize it's all in until the Overlord gets across the map, which is why it's so nice. So they pull the drones anyways. And even though it's a bad case scenario, I still have some hope because I haven't hit my power spike yet. The really cool thing about this build, aside from forcing out lost mining time, is after you pull away from the initial aggression, you have a second wave of an attack coming. a speed, finishing soon, and 4 or 5 banelings is your next attack. So, him realizing this is all in by checking his overlord, he pulls everything back into the main base, starts a spine crawler, and then queen walls. So hold positions these queens, as we can't really see, but they're held position. Speed's going to be finishing very shortly, and I'm building 4 banelings total, and I'm going in to attack. So I saw that his lings were away, so I'm sending my lings directly to these queens before they get a transfuse available to last long, or to be able to effectively keep me out of his base longer. Going in pretty quickly, because we really do not want that to happen. One might actually get off, but I'm not too sure. Kind of a waste of a baneling for me. But once I kill this queen, another waste of a baneling. Or maybe it wasn't. How many larvae did I kill there? I'm not sure. Once we kill that queen, we're in. This is a phenomenal position for us. So 2 things here. One, you don't really want to be fighting queens with banelings. You want to just use the banelings initially to zone away zerglings while your lings kill the queen or spine, whatever's nearby. You don't want to be using banelings on queens because they are not cost effective against queens. Yeah, your lings are the main damage in that case. The banelings are only for hitting large numbers of drones or zerglings themselves. So we're looking at this, you're like, oh man, all my lings here are dead. He has a spine crawler up. What happens now? We're basically in the driver's seat here. This game is essentially over. Because now all I need to do is just keep sending Banes into this mineral line. These 2 Banes, when they die, they will kill this spine crawler. And this follow-up Bane is just basically gonna seal the deal here. Standard speed now. Big hit. He GG's out. Namshar is a pretty manner person. This was in the EPT Cup in one EPT Cup in, I think it was October. This is actually a tournament match, so being able to take a game off of a pro player is a not so common occurrence for a mid GM like me, mid to low GM, depending on the server. So this is my secret weapon that I pull out against players who I know are better than me, or if I want to use this as like a way to kind of take a game off of someone in tournament, I guess. Just to switch it up a bit, because I'm mostly a macro-oriented player, but having a cheese or 2 in your arsenal makes you much, much scarier in tournament settings, or even on ladder. So, I could actually get another replay where I will manually play through it and execute the build without an opponent. Actually, maybe an AI opponent. So we'll do that real quick. Okay, here we are, just loading into a custom game against an AI. This could be more so kind of like a live execution of the build. So, you just split your workers. You don't even do anything for a bit. You just chill. You wait for 200 minerals. That's it. You can work on your drone stack in here. Like do some of this. I don't know. Make sure they're mining on the close ones. But get ready for the 200 minerals, because that is when you place down the spawning pool. And then after that, you just drone up. That's it. Drone up to 14. Okay. The first drone from the 3 that you just made goes into the gas. The others just go to mine. And you just wait till you have enough for an overlord, create an overlord, send that like across the map to the middle of the map, wherever you normally would send it. And you want to saturate this gas immediately, as soon as possible. So I'm going to pull off from minerals. Obviously, we're not making any more drones. We're just going lings from here on out. So, 3 lings, 3 pairs of lings on the way. Queen, right when we get enough minerals for it. You can try not to spam much, because I know like that kind of can be a bit too much for people. So I'm just going to do a little bit to keep me going. Okay. Sending the links immediately across the map. We're not trying to dodge any overlords with this, because the point of a 12 pool is just to get across the map as soon as possible and start hitting the hatchery. Saved up 100 gas, so we go to get link speed. We're 21 out of 22 now. Inject. I like to move a bit over here just for safety. And then Overlord. So they're not really going to have a hatchery here because it's an AI. They play a bit weirdly. We have 50 gas. Baneling Nest. Just as soon as you get 50 gas, you put down the Baneling Nest. So we got the Overlord being made. Now we just make links and send them across the map. Let's just pretend there's a hatchery here. And that we're getting pushed away. Continue making links, you know. Just pretend you're microing, whatever. Attack this rock. Wow. Cool. Check the gas, or the speed timing. It's almost finished. And our Baneling Nest is about to finish as well. This is usually around the time you'd pull back. Make sure you get your inject. And then you make your 4 Banelings. So you can actually do this build against Terran and Protoss, but it's much different. Before you go in with the Banes, morph 1 more Bane. And then go in with your Ling Bane. And then Profit. Now this is really weird. They've made Zerglings, but whatever. Or they made Roaches, whatever. This is not a human anyways. We're in this. All these drones are dead. Cool. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. And now the AI has been defeated. GG, I accept your surrender. This is the account I usually ladder on when I'm laddering on NA in streaming. So, excuse the name and clan tag. But that's the build. I'll include the replay in the replay stub in my Discord if anyone wants it. Just have to join the Discord and you'll be there. Got some achievements, pretty nice. So you can actually do this build order against Terran and Protoss as well. However, instead of pulling the drone out of gas to make the Baneling Nest, you keep the drone in there and use one of the drones from your minerals. That way you have more gas, so you can make more Banelings, so you can Baneling bust, break through a pylon with a Zealot in it, or whatever you need to do. Break through both the supply depots on a Terran ramp. Just need to be mindful of the Reaper, and you got to be very careful about the Protoss getting their full wall off if you mess up your micro a bit. So, anyways, that's it for me. Just wanted to give you guys a little something. And I'm working on some other stuff right now. So, if you're interested, please subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate if you guys did that. Like the video as well. Comment. Hey, share it with your friends if you want to. But if you have any questions about like certain counters to this build and how to deal with that, where to go from there, go ahead, comment in the comments section. I don't know what it's called, what do YouTubers call it, whatever. And I'll respond as quickly as possible with the best knowledge I can provide. So, all right, that's it for me. Have a good one, guys. Stay safe.